Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank. Davis used to be boxing's power duo, mentor and student, champion and promoter, a team that dominated the sport. But now things have taken a sharp turn. Their once strong connection has broken down, and the tension between them is boiling over. As Tank prepares for his big fight against Roach, a fierce public feud with Mayweather has taken center stage. What was once mutual respect has turned into a heated battle of pride, with the situation feeling more intense than a real fight. The rivalry between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis just took another wild turn. What started as private talks quickly turned into a heated face-to-face clash, and things got out of control fast. We'll break down exactly what went down, how it ties into the ongoing tension with trainer Calvin Ford, and why Floyd is so upset. About Tank's surprise retirement talk, and if that wasn't enough drama, this all happened while the press conference for Tank's fight against Roach descended into chaos. Stay tuned, this story is far from over.
Yeah, that's fine.
What up, though? Mine's good, man.
Let's rewind to earlier this week. Inside sources say Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis sat down for a private meeting to squash their beef. But things went south fast. Floyd was already fired up over two big issues: Tank's sudden plans to retire after the Roach fight and his strained relationship with longtime trainer Calvin Ford. Instead of cooling tensions, the meeting only made things worse. Stay tuned, this feud is heating up. Things got heated this week during a private meeting between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis. Floyd reportedly confronted Tank for walking away from the team that shaped his career, but Tank wasn't having it. Sources say he's been quietly upset with Floyd for a long time, and when Floyd started criticizing him, Tank finally snapped. Those who saw it say the two got into a loud argument. Floyd accused Tank of being ungrateful, while Tank fired back, saying Floyd had been trying to control him for years. The clash turned physical when Floyd allegedly pushed Tank, and Tank swung back. Security had to step in, and now their relationship looks more broken than ever.
I'll kill you! You crazy? I don't know who the fuck these niggas playing with!
Calvin Ford wasn't just Tank's trainer, he was his boxing father figure. But when Ford started training Mayweather for his exhibition match, Tanky immediately severed their years-long partnership. That betrayal now fuels the fire between Tank and Floyd.
Calvin Ford, what does he mean to you when you hear that name? What does he mean when you first hear that?
A father. Father. And then he's one of the guys that held a lot of this, like, this whole family together. Him with Kenny, but for sure, like, them two, they held the whole camp together, for sure.
Wouldn't be here without him? Would you say that? Without Calvin?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be here without him. Just off of the fact of when I was coming to the gym, I was getting that love that I ain't have at home type stuff. So it was always like, Calvin, saying I walked through the gym, Calvin, like looking for him type stuff.
He told me he used to come to the gym and you'd be outside, sleep in front of the gym, in front of the door.
Yeah, I used to run from I go to school, and then from school, I go straight to the gym, don't tell my grandma.
Calvin Ford, Tank's longtime mentor, shocked everyone by training Mayweather. While Ford hasn't explained his decision, insiders say he saw this as a major career opportunity he couldn't refuse, even if it meant leaving Tank behind.
Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we see what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to rebuild itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said they say the true colors of a person is coming out, man, because they can't stand it. You know, calm is I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows.
Floyd's empire dominates boxing, and teaming up with Mayweather Promotions gives Ford access to elite fighters, global exposure, and championship-level fights he couldn't reach on his own. This move rockets his career to new heights overnight.
Roger never got Trainer of the Year when Floyd was Fighter of the Year. Yeah. His dad never got Trainer of the Year. So, you know, I've been openly expressing that, and I think it's time that Calvin gets his just.
Even if he's friends with a main event fighter, he can't match that fighter's lifestyle. The money, the fame, the opportunities, they're on completely different levels.
His lifestyle, he may be friends with the guy that fights them, you know, that fights in the main event. But he can't live the same lifestyle that the main event fighter.
This isn't just about career moves. Insiders say Ford's frustrations with Tank run deeper. Between Tank's legal battles, courtroom drama, and headline-making personal life, their once strong bond may have been strained long before the Mayweather opportunity came up.
You got handcuffs.
Hey, the little one inside.
You don't gotta ask me about her.
Well, we need to make sure she's with somebody.
She's okay. She's with somebody.
Okay. Listen, I get you that you're upset, but we can't just say.
Tank feels completely betrayed, convinced Ford chose Floyd over their years together. That sting only deepened when Ford officially joined Mayweather Promotions. Meanwhile, Floyd sees Tank as his own worst enemy, publicly calling him too emotional and reckless with his career. Their explosive argument reportedly hit a boiling point when Floyd threw Ford's defection in Tank's face, accusing him of letting pride sabotage everything they built.
That's how he feels. If he's upset with me over me being good to him, over me helping him, he can be upset.
I mean,
I'm not mad at him though.
Right.
He's entitled to be upset.
Tank didn't hold back, snapping at Floyd. "You're the real hypocrite here. Ever since I left your promotion, you've been pulling strings behind my back, trying to run my career like I'm still yours to control."
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I wouldn't say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29. You'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see.
If the Calvin Ford fallout wasn't enough to shake things up Tank's sudden retirement, plans sent shockwaves through the boxing world.
25 is at the next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Just last week, Tank announced that 2025 will be the final year of his boxing career.
They retiring.
What changed? What made this shit trash, garbage? If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
I'm out of it. Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything?
Fed up with the
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby usually they're around to?
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like like say you got to walk today.
Sources say Tank was even more upset than Floyd. Floyd reportedly took Tank's retirement announcement as a personal insult, viewing it as yet another act of defiance. During their intense exchange, Floyd is said to have accused Tank of giving up and throwing away his talent. Meanwhile, Tank's upcoming fight with Lamont Roach is drawing major attention and stirring up plenty of reactions.
The fact that Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is, it goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not. That matters. When you know a guy's rhythm, when you know their speed, when you know what they're thinking, that changes everything, you know? Saying all this to say that because I know we got a lot of people. It don't matter. When he get hit, he going to sleep. Just wait for it. This might be a fight until he gets hit. And again, he's tasted that before. So if he gets hit and he doesn't go away, we got a fight on our hands, you know? I think it's a good fight. I think that there's better fights for Tank Davis, but this is a good fight.
This fight has been promoted as one of the year's biggest events. But instead of generating excitement, the refo press conference spiraled into complete chaos.
They talking. They can't do nothing for you. They can't do nothing for me. They talking, but you know how it's gonna get. You know how it's gonna get. A machine, a real machine. You know how it's gonna get. A real one.
It was meant to be a routine pre-fight press conference to build hype for Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach, set for March 1st, 2025.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubt himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm a show up.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
The room was packed, fans were buzzing, cameras were everywhere. It seemed like a typical day in boxing. And with Tank in the building, everyone knew things were bound to get heated.
And I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother.
Yeah,
now watch this.
They gonna
now
be
watch.
There. They gonna be
now
there.
watch. Now watch.
What's different from 10 minutes ago when you said that?
You know how when they told you said how like I posed for Lomachenko, right? Mm-hmm. And like how he said like he was retired and things like that. I feel as though like we've been in it so long that we are getting tired of it. Like we've been beating our body up so long, but it be like situations like just now, like when he talking that spark the plug again.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Is that all it takes for you? Is that all it takes? Just a little comment?
Nah, but that's what I want though. I don't want you to fight me like you saying you're going out.
It always go like this. It always go like this.
Nah, what I'm saying, you just said you feel like you going out.
And they go to sleep.
I don't want you to feel like you going out.
Lamont Roach didn't hold back either. Yep, this presser got heated for sure.
Why was it so easy when he fought Frank Martin?
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different fighter when he's fighting me.
Hey, what's you on the film for?
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock his head off.
Lamont. Roach didn't stay quiet either. He fired back with just as much energy. No doubt about it. This press conference got seriously intense.
Beat his ass.
You can't do shit. Wait,
For
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
So I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was
All that
quiet,
ski
y'all was-
mask and
if
all
y'all was
that.
loud,
They got
what
the
y'all
whole hood
fucking
over there,
talking
Tank. Like, twisted up. I don't give a fuck
Y'all
about none
can
of that.
do whatever
I don't
y'all
care about
want.
none
My
of that.
mother, he
I don't
can't
care
stop
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's
Well,
gonna
y'all
get f***ed
under
up
y'all
over here.
face
What do I look like getting f***ed up?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee
can't-
he pay for it.
I can't.
I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up. Look, fool. Hey, fool. This me and you, fool. This me and you, fool.
Tank.
This me and you, fool. Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna trick you out your spot. They gonna trick you out your spot, fool. Don't worry about them.
Come on, stop. Y'all know what's
like
going
that.
on. Y'all know
I like
how
that.
I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. So stop it. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make it hard for him.
All the trash talk is setting the stage for an epic showdown this March. Both fighters are focused and fully prepared to go head-to-head.
Tank says that he's going to retire at the end of next year. Do you think he has one foot out the door?
Yeah, for sure. I think that was a mistake for him to say that, especially in front of me. So, you know, I'm going to just take advantage of him and show him why he shouldn't have said that or why he shouldn't be contemplating that.
Lamont Roach isn't too happy about Tank's retirement talk. To him, it feels like a slap in the face. A clear sign that Tank doesn't view him as a serious threat.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them.
For what?
Bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you.
They
don't
gonna
bring 'em.
celebrate with me. You
Don't
hear me?
bring them.
It's gonna be a party
And
on
I'm
your floor.
gonna let y'all know, son. His father was up here
It's
shaking
it's
on the
gonna
what's
be-
the name? He was shaking on the
Pops.
on my
On the
on my
what?
kids. He was shaking on this thing. On my kids, he was
Never.
shaking.
Don't
Never.
say, bro.
That's cap. What I about to say?
How you gonna say it's cap? And
gotta
how
be.
you gonna say it's cap? I'm watching them.
Gotta be. Hey.
Somebody
What's
lying.
good?
Hey.
Yeah, somebody lying.
Hey.
Somebody lying.
Hey. I'm
Okay,
glad my
Tank.
name ain't somebody.
Roach is stepping into the ring with one goal: to ruin Tank's retirement. Plans and make a lasting statement. But Tank's confidence says it all. He's treating this fight like it's already in the bag.
No Lamont Roach, but you know, when you're looking at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, you know, these other fighters that he should really be fighting, you know, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and but don't come and come at me.
Yeah.
And go, oh yeah, let's give it all, you know, very big bollocks, and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick, and then make out like we want the fight. And then we send an offer over, and then you fight for 15 million, and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do all that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered. I said, listen, you keep talking shit. My promoter's going to get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes. Initial offer sent over. You know, but was it Unquile didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about 50 million. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiate.
Yep. Looks like we can officially say goodbye to the Shakur fight.
And then you hope Tank, I know he's announced that he's retiring at the end of 2025. I don't know if you believe that or not, but
I don't know. I thought he was very sincere. You know, I mean, like sometimes the hunt
fed up with,
maybe, but boxing can do that to you, I think, in general. So I think that maybe he wants to do something different with his life. We can only look after our own, and that's Shakur Stevenson. And for me, Schofield, Zepeda, Tank. That's the plan for 2025. And if we were to do that, I think Shakur against Tank is one of the best fights in boxing. Two unbelievable fights.
So, what's really happening here? At its core, this feud isn't just about boxing. It's about control, respect, and legacy. Tank feels like Floyd has been trying to run his career for years, while Floyd sees Tank as someone wasting the talent and future he helped build.
Floyd left Bob Arum. It's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not gonna elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just gonna say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be here.
The drama with Calvin Ford only made things worse, with both sides feeling let down. And now, Tank's sudden retirement announcement has thrown a major curveball, leaving everyone, especially Floyd, wondering what's coming next.
So while he mentioned being retired, he also seems like he's got a plan before retirement, which I appreciate. Listen, man, life is about planning. Yeah. And if anything, consider that a part of his plan. He knows what he wants to do, and he knows what he's trying to do before he gets out of here. You know, at the same time, like Terrence, for instance, I don't talk to Terrence about retirement. He'll ask me sometimes like, how you feel, how is that kind of stuff. I try not to be overly excited about it. I'm excited as heck to be retired. But when it comes to Terrence, it's my boy. What I can is put bugs in his ear, in his head about wanting to be retired, because I know once the closer you get to wanting to be there, the closer you are to there and further away from actual competition, you know? So, Tank, you know, while he mentioned being retired, he also seems like he's got a plan before retirement, which I appreciate.
As for the upcoming fight with Lamont Roach, it's clear that Tank has something to prove, not just to his fans, but to himself. With all the drama surrounding him, the real question is whether he can stay focused long enough to come out on top.
Tank Davis, bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shaver was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in. Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition. He was doing that a lot. And he got to be careful of that. 2 fights ago, he was really doing that. You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that,
If Tank beats Lamont Roach, it could cement his legacy and give him the perfect send-off if he really plans to retire. But if he loses, that changes everything.
He may or may not fight guys like Shakur or Devin. What would his legacy be then in your eyes?
I think his legacy will be in his time, which he needed to be respected for, that Tank did what most of the greats did in their time. One ballot, as far as I'm concerned, Hall of Famer. So based on that, in his time, as far as his era, where it was loaded with fighters or fights and fighters that, you know, could have fought each other and they didn't. Every era has that same situation. I don't think that ever gonna go away or ever would be something dismissed from eras of conversation. But I think Tank Davis, you know, understand his path and gonna go by what he feels. Hey, he's young still, might change his mind, who knows? Something might happen in the next 1 or 2 fights where there's an automatic repeat or rewind of something spectacular on his way.
As for Floyd, he's already dropped hints about a possible return to the ring. Some fans think he might use Tank's retirement as a chance to bring the spotlight back on himself. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. Share your thoughts in the comments, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.